Welcome to Yoga with Friends. I'm Daniel. This is Spruce. This is Alder. And today we're going to take a kind of quick look at Sri Namaskar A or Sun Salutation A. This request was for a friend who is just getting started in yoga. Well, he's done some yoga here and there, but asked me a question about Sun Salutation A. So we'll take a look at that. I'll show you the sequence and we'll talk about breath and a little bit of specific movements in there. And also I'm going to assume that you're coming into this cold, that you are not warmed up yet. So I'll try to give a couple cues for you if if you haven't already been doing some yoga, or maybe it's been a minute. Either way, we'll talk through it that way. So let's go ahead and start towards the top of our mat, and we'll take a moment to just ground the feet in. You can think about these 3 points of your feet as what's making contact with the earth. Sometimes it's nice to pick up the toes and feel the ball mound of the foot, the outer edge of the foot, and the heel. And something I like to do is just lean back a little bit, like, oh, there it is. Okay, I'm locked in, I'm balanced. And sometimes you can shift the hands back and forth just in that beginning moment of starting to find our balance and find our footing and feel ourselves pushing down into the earth. So let's go ahead, and this shape here is called mountain pose. And I guess I can face this way to show you. This is mountain pose. So what we're gonna look at real quick is we're just gonna do a body scan upward to see where we're starting from, and we'll do another one after we've done a couple rounds and see if anything feels different or the same. So feet can be hip width apart. Sometimes it's nice to take this measure of 2 fists, or if you like a more traditional stance, you can do feet together. For demonstration purposes, we'll go hip width. Okay, so let's start. Bring the shoulders back and down. And let's, again, start to root into the feet. Think about pushing down from the knees and starting to lift up from the thighs. Take a check. Find a nice neutral pelvis, so not tilted back, not tilted forward, but just nice right in between. And you can bring your hands to your hips if you'd like to take a check in there. When you bring your arms out and down, you can kind of pay more attention to your shoulders. This will give you a little bit more insight into the hips. So neutral pelvis, and then see if you can find some length in the spine by tucking the navel in, and think about spreading the abs wide and lifting up from the side body. Chest comes up nice, and again, shoulders roll back. We're not pushing anywhere, but we're starting to make some adjustments. Maybe take the head back a little bit, relax the jaw. And see if you can just feel a moment of balance. And now that we're here, let's just look at what the breath is doing. Might help to close your eyes. Are we already holding our breath? Are we holding tension anywhere that we could already let go of? Sometimes it's easy to get tight in the neck or tight in the shoulders, so maybe just let that roll out. From here, let's think about keeping an even breath with an inhale and exhale that's about twice as long as the inhale. So you can count that out if it's helpful, maybe a 4-8 or 4-6-7-8, something like that. But finding that relief in the exhale. Okay, so from here, let's get into it. Inhale, the hands come up above the head. And exhale, we'll fold forward, hinging at the hips, slowly coming down. Knees can come to shins. or to the ground if that's accessible for you. And then we'll exhale down, and on the inhale, we'll lift up halfway to a flat back. And then exhale, plant the palms, step each foot back into a plank position. We'll do one breath here. And on the exhale, you can drop knees, chest, chin, or just straight down like a push-up. Come all the way to the ground. And since this is the beginning, we'll just do a little lift here. We'll inhale, lift the chest up. And try to lift from the spine. Let's exhale, drop the head down. A lot of length in the back of the neck. And inhale to prepare. And on the exhale, push up into our first down dog. You can think about, again, tucking the abdomen in, spreading the abdomen wide, and maybe pedal out, taking stretches in the hamstring, and the quads, and the calves back here. Move around a little bit, keep this loose, keep an eye on the breath, but we're still just warming up. And then we'll do another inhale, exhale out. Inhale, look up at your hands, and exhale, slowly travel forward. Be in a forward fold here. And then we'll inhale up to a flat back, and hands can stay on the ground or come to the shins. Lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, we'll fold back down. And inhale, let's slowly rise up. Rolling bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae. Taking in that breath. And we'll inhale the hands above the head. And look up if you like. Exhale, palms come to heart center. So those are the basic shapes. And normally if you're warming up, you want to do this at least 3 times. Probably more like 5 is going to serve you best. But let's go ahead and we'll just walk through a couple more together at kind of a steady pace. And we'll give a couple deepening cues in there and anything else that kind of comes to mind in it. But let's go ahead and let's do 2 more together to get warmed up. Okay, so we're up at the top of the mat, grounding down into the feet. Inhaling, lifting the hands up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Hands come to the ground or the shins. Inhale, lift up to a flat back. And start to feel the hamstrings open up here, the back of the knees open up. And then exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. 1 breath here. Push back through the heels and see if you can get your weight over your fingers at the same time. So you're pushing in to the mounds of your hands, kind of this L shape with your thumb and your index finger. And exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift up for up dog or cobra. I'm going to go a little higher this time, but you see what feels good there. And then we'll exhale back down. Inhale to prepare, tuck the toes under. And exhale, down dog. And we'll hang out here for 3 cycles of breath. Think about lifting those hips up, relaxing into it on the exhale. Seeing what feels good that you can refine, stretching out the legs, lifting up, pushing through the hands. We'll do 1 more breath. inhale, look up. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, slowly following the breath, rolling up to a standing. Hands can meet above the head. And exhale, heart center. Drop the hands, let that go. Just take a breath, take a moment. Now this last time, I'm going to use what's called Ujjayi breath. So it's just a little restriction in the back of the throat. And the reason I'm going to do it is because it's just a little bit more audible, but it also helps you anchor your attention to your breath. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to just breathe through this last time so that you can hear my breath as I'm moving through it. And so I won't be doing as much talking this time. So let's do this last one together. Okay, we'll start grounded in, and here we go. Hi, baby. I'm gonna have a spruce join us. Hey, pup. Do an extra breath here for spruce. Good girl, baby. Okay, so let's take just 1 second, now that we've gone through this a couple times together. Spruce, do you want to check it out? We'll just, yeah, baby. We'll check in mountain pose again and just see. Let's not even put too much effort into trying to correct things, but let's just feel where we are, feel where our mind is, feel where our chatty cat is. Notice the effect of our practice. Come here, pup. So why don't you go ahead and do 2 more on your own, following your own pace of breath, and see if you can start to find a little bit of that rhythm of movement and breath. And again, Sri Namaskar A, or Sun Salutation A, is a great thing to practice first thing in the morning, when you're getting off work. Maybe you've been sitting at a desk for a while and you just need to move a little bit. Fundamental movement that never gets old. There's always so much to visit in it, and plenty more to learn about. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Daniel, this is Spruce. Alder peeked in here for just 1 second. We're Yoga with Friends, and we hope to have other friends join us sometime soon. And if you have any requests or questions, please feel free to reach out, leave a comment below, and thank you so much. Namaste.